Hello. Welcome to this edition of the Cancer Coach Talks. I'm your host, Leslie Nance. I am the Cancer Coach, and I'm here to share with you some wisdoms and some mindsets around making your body an inhospitable environment to cancer and disease. Thank you so much for watching this evening. If you're watching in replay, or you're watching over on YouTube, or you're watching wherever you're watching from the website, thank you so much for spending a little time with me and allowing me to share with you what I know about really teaching the body how to heal. And tonight we're going to talk about something that I have been experiencing with my clients and with some of you in spades. And that is scarcity equaling fear equaling scarcity, and why that is so dangerous when it comes to our cancer journey. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's so great to be able to share a little time with you. Just gonna hopefully my microphone is working. Can somebody just let me know? That would be a bummer if my microphone wasn't working. Just give me a thumbs up or something. That would be great. All right. So let's jump in. Oh, let me just quickly introduce myself. Leslie Nance, certified holistic nutritionist, certified holistic cancer coach. That's what all those initials after my name means. I am the founder of Any Stage Cancer. Thank you, Lydia. Hi, Lydia. I love you. Founder of Any Stage Cancer Protocol, an 8-week program that is designed to ignite healing in your body, teaching you how to create an environment that your body loves and that cancer hates. If that's something that interests you, make sure you reach out to me during this broadcast. I'll have a special offer for you for that course. Okay. So let's jump straight in, because I think that this is one of the most important topics that we could ever talk about, ever. This isn't about getting rid of fear. This isn't about banishing negative emotions out of our lives, because as you know, and I say it all the time, we are human beings. We are made with a range of emotions. We're supposed to feel them. You're supposed to feel fear. You're supposed to feel anger. You're supposed to feel when you're threatened. You're supposed to feel when you're sad. You're supposed to feel when you're in love. You're supposed to feel when you're happy. You're supposed to feel a range of emotions. You're not designed to just experience positive emotions. And anybody who's preaching that, you need to get off their channel, because that is not serving you. If you're constantly thinking that you have to live in this positive emotion all the time, then you're creating an environment of an impossibility. And that impossibility makes you feel like something's wrong all the time. So, first of all, let me say that. Second of all, what I want to say is about the word scarcity. What happens when we have a massive life event like a cancer diagnosis is that we very quickly get into scarcity. And I wrote down some notes on this. So when we're diagnosed with cancer specifically, here are some examples of the scarcity that it can create in our lives. So not enough time to react, not enough time to get treatment, not enough time left in my life, not enough time to do the things that I wanted to do, that I always did, that I never did, which starts regret, which is a negative emotion that is no good either. So it creates the scarcity. All of a sudden you feel like you don't have enough time in your life. And it feels like that everything is either going in fast forward or it's come to a full stop. And that's what cancer is. It's like when you're waiting for test results, it's like, oh my God, these are like the longest days of my life. But when you're being diagnosed and you're getting shuffled through doctors, shuffled, you're thinking, this is just going too fast. Right. And so we get these perceptions of scarcity, not enough time, not enough time to react, not enough time to process my emotions, not enough time to be able to just live my life the way that I want to live it. And so we get into these scarcity modes. And that's very dangerous. Not enough health. A lot of us start blaming ourselves. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I ate too much sugar and I created cancer. I ate too many potatoes and I created cancer. I drank too much soda and I created cancer. And we begin to experience that all of a sudden we don't have enough health. Do you know how many people come to me and I ask them, do you have any underlying health conditions? They're like, no. That's the crazy thing. I'm perfectly healthy. I've lived a perfectly normal, healthy life until this diagnosis. But all of a sudden, we feel like it's being taken from us. I felt totally fine when I was diagnosed with cancer. My body felt normal. I did not, the only thing that didn't feel normal was the lump in my breast, but all of a sudden I started experiencing nausea and I started experiencing fatigue and I started experiencing all of these things and I was like, is this the cancer or is this scarcity? When I found out, it was actually scarcity showing up in my life that was creating this vicious circle of fear, which creates more scarcity. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But it kept showing up. And then so all of a sudden, because of this life event, this massive change in my way of life, brick through the window, hello, with the cancer word written on it. Then all of a sudden, I felt like I didn't have health anymore, but I was still perfectly the same person. It didn't just a light switch just didn't just flip just because I was diagnosed with cancer, but I felt like it did. Anybody else experience that? Not enough support. We have a scarcity of, who's going to care for me? Who's going to take care of me? Who's going to cook for me? Who's going to take me to my doctor's appointments? Who? Even if we have the best support systems on the planet, we begin the scarcity thought around that. What if I don't have a great doctor? What if the nurses aren't nice to me? What if they don't have a good day? What if? And it creates this scarcity around getting the support that we want, whether it's from our loved ones or from our doctors or from our nurses or from whoever, our work. Maybe we have a job that we love and we're afraid that they're going to take it away from us because we've been diagnosed with cancer. Unfortunately, I'm sure that happens sometimes. But we immediately go to that. Lydia, I always say I was fine till I had that mammogram. Exactly. Then all of a sudden we're sick, right? Then all of a sudden with a diagnosis, we become sick because we have scarcity around health. Anne-Marie saying exactly. I felt perfectly healthy and energetic. Then boom, a little lump caused my scarcity. How about this? Scarcity of options or choices. I don't have enough options. I don't have enough choices. All of a sudden we can't make a decision. We have scarcity around decision making. Oh my gosh, should I have a lumpectomy? Should I have a mastectomy? Should I do radiation? Should I not do chemo? We're faced with all these choices that we have to make. And sometimes we feel like there's not even enough. Like we didn't even give enough choices somehow. So we have this scarcity that shows up in our lives. How about this? Not enough resources. Who's going to take care of my kids while I'm doing chemo? Where am I going to find somebody to cover for me at work? How am I going to how am I going to continue with my volunteer work? I'm poking at you, Anne-Marie. How am I going to continue with my life? All of a sudden, resources. I don't have enough money. Oh my gosh, the bills are going to start piling up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We create this scarcity. Never existed before. Was never a concern before. Maybe it was even a concern before, but now it's even worse. You had financial troubles going into cancer. You get into cancer, then you get this multitude, it feels like, of financial struggles. Let me just tell you something about money right now. I'm just going to say it out loud. It's replaceable and it's always there. It always shows up. Always shows up. Get out of scarcity around money. Money is temporary. It comes in and out of your life on a daily basis. On a daily basis, it comes in and out of your life. You don't have to hang on so tight to it. It always shows up. Just want to say that out loud. Do not allow something as temporary as money get in your way of healing. It's always replaceable. I don't care what anybody says. Dave Ramsey probably wouldn't like me saying that, but I just did. It always shows up. I Let me just say this around money too. You may be looking at me going, well, yeah, because you're a successful cancer coach. So, yeah, money's always going to show up for you, blah, 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 blah. You're a successful person. Let me tell you that I have lived on ramen noodles. I have wondered probably half of my life, wondered how I'm going to pay rent or make my car payment, or that they're going to come tow my car, they're going to repossess it, that I can't pay my insurance, that I can't pay my medical bills, that I can't even get my teeth cleaned because I can't afford it, that I have to eat ramen noodles every night because I have no other choice. I have been there, done that. I've had my lights turned off. I've had my water turned off. My pets have had to go without food, and I had to go to the shelter to get food. I have been there. I know what scarcity is around money, but I can tell you it always shows up. Always. Just saying. If you have scarcity around money, you need to read the book by Jen Sincero. You are a badass at making money. Jen Sincero, you're a badass at making money. It will change the way you feel about money. Okay, sorry. Go down a rabbit hole. It's one of the biggest concerns that I hear from people is that they don't have any money, that it's going to take something from them like that, right? And it's just not the truth. It is just not the truth. Okay, so not enough resources. That's a scarcity button. Not enough trust, right? All of a sudden you start wondering, who can I trust? So many people have so many opinions. And then you start getting this scarcity of around trust. And then all of a sudden everything is a conspiracy and doctors are out to make money on you. That's all it is. It's just one big money making machine. So you get all these conspiracies. They don't care about you. And then you go into your doctor's office and you look at your doctor and you've heard somebody say, your doctor doesn't care about you. And you start looking at them going, you don't care about me, do you? But they do. They do. There's not a doctor on this planet that wants their patients to die of cancer or anything for that matter. As a coach, I don't want any of my clients to not succeed. I still make money as a coach. It's ridiculous. We get the scarcity around trust. We get the scarcity around emotions and feeling like everybody's out to get us. But really, the only thing that's out to get you is you. Scarcity of a normal life. Will my life ever be normal again? I have to just share a quick story about my client Mandy, who's an amazing woman. She came to me about a year ago, and she had stage 4 breast cancer. A young woman, stage 4 breast cancer, had it all down her spine. She'd had some massive surgery to repair her spine from the invasion of the cancer. She had rods. I mean, they basically had to rebuild her spine. And when she came to me, she was very frail, very thin, and walking with a walker, and terrified of conventional medical treatments because the surgery had been horrendous. And she had some radiotherapy that had been really, really bad. So she came to me. We started doing some mindset work. We started forming a relationship of trust with treatments, as opposed to thinking about them as an enemy. And we started working with nutrition, trying to figure out what would help her gain weight, which was kind of a struggle. Finally figured out what that was. And so started working towards this. And so last Thanksgiving, she was struggling. She couldn't do anything. She was basically bedridden and could get up and eat and go back to bed. And I got a text from her. I had texted all my clients, and I got a text from her back on Thanksgiving Day, and she said, "I'm so grateful. Today I got up and made dinner for my entire family, and we ate. I cleaned it all up myself, and then we went on a big walk." And she said, "This time last year, I never thought that I would ever be able to do that again." So she was in scarcity around having a normal life again, that her life could somehow be normal again. And what showed up was that indeed, not only could she have a normal life again, she could have an amazing life full of gratitude, full of being present. It's a gift. And so sometimes we get into that scarcity of not ever having a normal life again. I felt that for sure. I thought, and I said to my husband the morning I found the lump, I said to my husband, I said, if this is what I think it is, our life is never going to be the same again. And what I meant was something negative. I was petrified. I knew what it was as soon as I felt it. I was petrified. And he was like, "Oh, honey, don't say stuff like that, blah blah blah." And I meant that it was going to be bad. But what actually happened was this amazing, beautiful life, this transformation from a 1 centimeter lump in my breast, the transformation of a lifetime given to me on a silver platter. Purpose, meaning, discovery, presence, love, joy, compassion, empathy. Did I say love? All of those things handed to me on a silver platter. I thought I had a good life before, not until that little lump showed up. Changed my life forever. So meaningful, so amazing. So, scarcity, these types of scarcity, let me just review them super fast. Not enough time, not enough health, not enough support, not enough options or choices, not enough resources, not enough trust, not enough normal life. This is just a few. I'm sure you guys can come up with some on your own as well. This leaves us with one thing that we will have plenty of: fear. Scarcity equals fear, which equals scarcity again, the worst kind of scarcity. Scarcity starts to take the form of action. And we start reacting from fear. This is what it looks like: going to extremes. So many people have come to me and they are so sick. And they're like, I don't know, I'm eating really well. I just don't know why I'm feeling so bad. I'm like, what are you eating? And come to find out, they're completely malnourished. They're trying to go through cancer treatments on carrot juice. It's ridiculous. They're completely malnourished. Then we get them nourished, get some nourishment flowing, and they're like, wow, I feel so much better. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. Going to extremes, extreme diets, extreme mindsets, right? And when I say extreme mindset, I mean extreme fear or extreme doubt or extreme disbelief, or even extreme belief, which puts the blinders on to the reality of what's happening to you, which is not good either. That is actually a reaction of fear. I've had people come to me that have said, I'm just really in a belief system that this cancer is just going to go away, and it's like coming through the skin. And I'm like, wait, hold up. And it's the blinder of fear, that scarcity has created this fear. The fear has put the blinder on to the reality that this is really happening to you. And you need to take action to fix that. So going to extremes, having extreme mindsets, taking extreme measures. You cannot fix an imbalance by creating more imbalance. Being extremely sad, being sad, fear can cause sadness. It can cause anger. It can cause anxiety. Being in that scarcity leading to fear causing more scarcity, we start taking action on that, and we start feeling really angry or frustrated or have high anxiety or even panic attacks. We feel sad. We feel like that it's hopeless. We lose hope. That's dangerous. We become reactive and not proactive. We just take everybody's word for it. whether it's the medical doctor or some wackadoo practitioner that's watching these extremes. We become very reactive. We just, "Ugh, yes, let's do that," without even thinking. We try to change our lives all at once. We make a decision, it must be all the sugar I've been eating that caused my cancer, so I'm going to stop eating all the sugar right now. And that means that I can't eat potatoes and I can't eat carrots and anything that causes a glucose reaction in the body. And there's no like wisdom there. You don't research it. You don't find out why we need glucose in the body. You don't look at why it's the body's favorite fuel is complex carbohydrates. We just go, oh my gosh, somebody said one day on this podcast that blah, 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 and I'm going to do that. And we don't look any further. We try to change our lives all at once. That fear like starts this process of like, we're just spinning our tires. We're not going anywhere because we're reacting out of scarcity and fear. It causes extreme stress, not only to you, which is more dangerous than sugar will ever be. Stress is one of the precursors to cancer, hands down. Bottom line, that's it. It causes cancer. Chronic stress or even long-term like stressful situations in our lives can lead us down a path of making our bodies very hospitable. And then when we're thinking that we're not enough, like we can't eat a plant-based diet and survive, but everybody says if you don't eat a plant-based diet, you won't survive, then we get in our mindset that, oh my God, I don't do well on a plant-based diet, but everybody says I need to eat it because if I don't, then I'm going to die of cancer. Do you see like this cycle that this creates? It's dangerous. We begin to mourn our past, the fear, even the bad past. Oh, I hated that job. Boy, I hated that job and I had to quit it because I have cancer. But I'd do anything to have that job back. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? We mourn our past. We mourn our past lives. We mourn the good and the bad, not just the good, but everything. We mourn our hair loss, our hair leaving. Some people have body parts being taken off. We mourn that. I had a friend that woke up from surgery. He had kidney cancer and he woke up from surgery. And I was there. He didn't have a big support system. And so I told him, I was like, dude, I can totally do this medical stuff. I will be there. And so I was there when he woke up. And the first thing he said to me, he put his hand like right where his, down in his abdomen area where his kidneys might be. And he said, I already miss my kidney. Literally mourned his kidney. So, but we mourn for what our life used to be like. But what if you reposition it and begin to think about what the potential in your life is? Talk about more about that in just a second. Scarcity caused by fear is dangerous. We have all witnessed this lately, every single one of us. Every single one of us has a witness. We have all gone through scarcity in this past year. When the coronavirus started up in America and more people were getting it, what was the most scarcest thing on the planet or in America? Not on the planet, but in America. Toilet paper. All of a sudden, there was some weird perception, some extreme perception, some hyper perception that we weren't going to be able to get toilet paper for some reason. You can still get broccoli and carrots and cauliflower, and you can still get rice. You still get all of the things that you need, but you can't get toilet paper. And it created a scarcity mentality. And what happened? People are fighting in Walmart and Sam's and Costco over toilet paper. They're stealing it out of gas stations and McDonald's, and they're literally breaking the toilet paper holders to get the toilet paper. The scarcity led to extremes. The scarcity became dangerous. All of a sudden, we started thinking, oh my gosh, every single one of us, I can almost guarantee you that every single one of you went, I better get some toilet paper, right? I said, I should get some toilet paper. Even I did it. I was like, maybe we should get some toilet paper. I don't know. I mean, it created a scarcity. It created a mentality that there wasn't going to be enough. And so therefore, we all reacted to it. And that created what? Less toilet paper. The supply chain could not keep up with the demand. Prices for toilet paper went up. They were selling them on eBay for like $100 a roll. People were borrowing, stealing, literally. People reaching out to their friends, man, can you hit me up with a roll? For what? No reason. Nothing. Scarcity caused by fear is dangerous. It is dangerous. You cannot make a good decision when you are in scarcity because no matter the decision that you make, it will never satisfy because it can never make up for what you feel is scarce in your life. This happens a lot of people that hit it big, right? People that have come from meager, existences, and all of a sudden find themselves like the best-selling app in the world, and all of a sudden they're millionaires. Or, oh no, I got a better example. People win the lottery. They win the lottery and they think, and you would all think this too, this is going to solve all my problems. But if you have scarcity in your mindset around money, even if you won the lottery, you would never be satisfied. And what would happen is you'd end up losing it all. The scarcity mentality would actually cause it to fall right through your fingers. And it's not because you don't know how to have money. It's not because you don't know what to do with money. It's because the fear around having the money and what the money would do to you or what the money creates in your life, or somebody trying to take it away, means that you try to push it away. And we do this with our health as well. We create this mentality in our health as well. Even if you had 20 rolls of toilet paper in your house at the time when they said toilet paper, like it's flying off the shelves, you still thought, maybe I need more. Maybe that's not enough. Instead of getting it when you need it, you start thinking, I better hoard that. I better keep that. That's out of fear. Being desperate to heal is not a healing emotion. When you have desperation, nothing good comes of that. You do not make good choices. You do not, you don't have a clear mentality or a clear path. Your clarity is blurred. You're working out of scarcity. Fear has a chance to completely take over at that point, and nothing will satisfy. You'll never get the solutions. Even if you heal yourself totally from cancer, you will constantly be looking over your shoulder thinking it's going to come back. And cancer's still bossing you around. It could have been 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's still bossing you around because you have not done the work to get out of scarcity. LBJ said, there's never any solution in panic. Progress is only made by bold decisions made by cool heads. That was his response to the Russians launching Sputnik um, during the space race. I'm sorry, I'm a space person. Anyway, I love the history of our space program in our country. And the Soviets had launched Sputnik, and LBJ said there, and they were like, "What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" And he's like, "Chill out, everybody, chill." And he said, "There are never any solutions in panic." In other words, we can't panic. If we panic, we lose. Oh my gosh. Progress is only made by bold decisions made by cool heads. If you panic, you lose. If you're in scarcity, you lose. If fear is overwhelming and causing more scarcity, you lose. And I'm not talking about just losing your life. I'm talking about losing your quality of life. I'm talking about losing your presence. I'm talking about losing who you are in this process. Don't do that. My best tip for getting out of this mentality is to get some clarity around why you're fighting so hard. Two tips, actually. That, get the clarity. Two, slow your mind down every day. Slow your mind down. I know that's hard. You wake up in the middle of the night, your heart is pounding, you go to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden everything turns on. What if, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if? Scarcity, 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 scarcity. And that goes on to 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Then you go to your doctor, and your doctor tells you some really good news. They're like, "Hey, I have some really good news for you today." But because you're in scarcity, all you can hear is, "Okay, thank you for that good news." And then you're right back to 4 o'clock in the morning. What if, what if, what if? Scarcity, 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 scarcity. That sounds like the Pac-Man thing. Scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. Sorry. Do you see this cycle? Do you see this vicious turning? Scarcity equals fear equals scarcity, which equals more fear, which equals more scarcity. You must break the cycle. To do that, you must figure out why you are working so hard to heal. Number one. Number two, you must take time to slow your mind down every single day and figure out what your next steps are. When you're confident about how you're moving forward, when you're confident, you make good decisions. When you're confident, you know the path, you see it. And even if it deviates or changes, Lydia is a great example of this. Even if it deviates or changes, you're like, "Okay, this is the path. This led me to this. This next thing leads me to the next thing." Jen, who's here with us tonight, had some difficult things fly up in front of her, but all she chooses to see is, "This is my path," because she's confident about how she's fighting this. She's confident about how she's proceeding forward. And it doesn't mean that scarcity and fear don't come up. It just means that she knows how to deal with them when they do. That's what a cancer boss does. So, if you're wondering how you do that, that's great, Leslie, but how do I do that? Then I want to introduce you to my Cancer Boss program. And you're all like, "What? Now you're going to sell us something?" I'm not selling you diddly squat. I am offering you an opportunity to make some changes. I have an 8-week program that teaches you how to get out of this mentality. It's an amazing program. There are over 50 videos in this program, ranging everything from mindset, getting that clarity, getting that understanding, learning how to slow the mind down, learning a real diet plan to keep you healthy that's achievable and doesn't stress you out. How movement changes your relationship with fatigue and some of the side effects that you may be experiencing. How to get your head on straight so that cancer isn't bossing you around anymore. how to talk to your doctors, how to talk to your friends and family that instills confidence and not fear, how to get out of scarcity and realize all your blessings in life. If that sounds like something you're interested in, if you're like, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, I'm sick of being in lack, I'm sick of being in scarcity, I want to fix this, I want to heal, then I'm your girl. Please take a moment, reach out to me, book a call with me, however you want to do it. I'll put a link. In fact, I'll do that right here. Let's do that right here. Here's the link. You can book a free call with me, no obligations whatsoever. I got to make sure that you're a right fit for the program and that I can actually help you. If I can, I'll show you how. If I can't, I will point you in a direction to get the help that you need or give you some confidence that you're on the right path. Sometimes that's all the call is. And I'm just like, dude, you got this sewed up. Just keep going, right? That call can be many things. What it's not is high pressure. What it's not is a commitment. What it's not is me going, oh, you have to do this or you're going to die. It's none of that. I work from love only. I only work from love, compassion, and empathy. I do not work from any other center. So you will not get anything other than that from me in that phone call. So here's the link. Any stage, whoops, cancer.com/apply. I'm going to put that right into the chat right there. Did I spell it right? Oh, I did. Okay, good. Way to go, me. Was typing fast so I could see how I would screw that up. Oh, wait a moment and then try again. It didn't go. Okay, I will put it in after the oh no, there it goes. Okay, maybe. Okay, well here's the oh, there we go. There it is. If you want to screenshot that or write that down, that's how you get to me because it's saying the comment isn't going. www.anystagecancer.com/apply. We are starting oh, thank you. Thank you. Right. We are starting a brand new session on December 6th. Sessions will be available on December 6th, and the group sessions start on December 8th, which is next week. So if you're interested or you've spoken to me before and you're like, okay, now's the time, I'm ready, then just hit that link and just go make a call with me and let's figure out how to get you started. The start date is not, you don't have to start on that date, on that specific date. We just have a brand new platform that we're rolling everything out on. And so it is so exciting because everything's in one neat place and you can go through the classes and then get your questions answered throughout the week. So it's a really spectacular format that we are using. So if that's something that interests you, please make sure there's loads of support. There is loads of information that creates a transformation. I am not interested in just giving you information. You go, wow, that was really great. I want you to transform. I want you to change how you're walking through this process. So